Yo, what up everyone? This is LeetCode 67, add binary. So we have two binary strings A and B, return their sum as a binary string. Um, yeah. So our inputs are strings. They're binary numbers, but they're strings, right? And our output also has to be a string. So keep that in mind. Again, we're just gonna go through these examples in case you don't remember, right? This is how you add binary numbers. Right, 1 plus 1, that's a 0. And we carry a 1. 1 plus 1 plus 0 means that's also a 0. Sorry, let me move this down. That's also a 0, and we also would carry a 1. Oops. So then, that's our answer, right? 1, 0, 0. Okay, pretty simple. Example 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, right? 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1, that's 0, but we have to carry a 1. So, something like that. 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, but we would carry a 1. So, like that. And then, we carry that 1. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do this in comments, but you get the point, right? 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Yeah, okay. So how we're going to do this is, right, let me use this example 1, right? We're going to just set a pointer here for B and a pointer here for A, and we're going to basically move these pointers backwards, right, and keep adding. Now, see how there's nothing here for B? If we're out of bounds for our pointer, we're just going to... It's the same, this 1 plus what would be here? It's the same as doing... It's the same as just doing 1 plus 0, right? If there is no number available to add when you're adding A and B, right? So this is how we're going to do it. We're first going to, let's set these pointers, right? Length of, not nums, but A, minus 1 for pointer A. Length of B, minus 1, okay? We're setting the pointer at the very last element in the string, right? The very last digit in the string that we're given, right? And we're going to work backwards. Just like I did in the examples, for example. Okay, now we're gonna have to keep track of a carry, right? So initially that's gonna be set to 0. And this is our string called answer, and that's what we're gonna append to as we do this binary addition. Okay, we're gonna have a while loop, and it's gonna say while pointer A is greater than or equal to 0, or pointer B is greater than or equal to 0, right? Now let's get what the current digit of A is given wherever our pointer A is, right? So we're gonna say digit A, right? We're gonna take the string A and find out the pointer of A, or we're gonna find out what the character is at pointer A, right? For this particular string. Now, this is technically a string, right? So this is going to return a character, but in order to do addition, we need to convert this to an integer, okay? Right? Because again, these inputs are strings. They're not integers. So convert this right? Our pointer initially is here, right? We go to string A at pointer, this is 2. 1, 2, that's the length, but our pointer is length minus 1, so our pointer A right now is 1, so the first index at A, which would be this this character, right? And again, it's a string, so we're getting the character, but in order to add, we can't add characters, right? We need to convert it to an integer, okay? Now, let's add something that's we're gonna find the character and convert it to an integer if the pointer is greater than or equal to 0, right? Else we're going to set it to 0. So if we have a case like, right, when we're adding this, something like that. Now let's say we add 1, 1. We have 0 and we carry the 1, obviously. When we look here, right, B doesn't have a character, see? So that's why we need to add this if-else statement here, just to make sure that we handle cases where the pointer basically is out of bounds. And again, if there's nothing to look at because the pointer's out of bounds, we just add 0, right? So we'll handle that edge case like that. Here, same thing. We're going to say B, pointer B, if pointer B is greater than or equal to 0, else 0. And right, this while loop, we need to enter it if one of them if we still have to I'll use the example, it's probably easier to understand, right? After we add this one and this one, right, A still has a character to go, so we need to enter the while loop. But B doesn't have anything, so that's why we had to add these if-else statements here, okay? Sorry if I'm over-explaining, but I just don't want you to be lost, so I kind of want to over-explain. I want to over-explain things. Here, we're going to add the answer. We're going to append to the answer, right? Our answer right now is an empty string. So we're going to take sum. But we need to get the sum first, right? So we're going to say sum digit. We're going to say digit A plus digit B plus the carry, right? Because if there's a carry, we need to add that. Okay. Now we need to append to our answer. So we're going to say answer. We're going to take the sum digit and mod it by 2, right? Because if we're adding 1 and 1, right? When we add that, it's going to be 2. But we don't want to append 2 to our answer, right? Because that's not binary. Binary is 0 and 1. So we need to mod this by 2, right? So we return 0, right? And we would also add 1 to the carry. Now, in terms of adding 1 to the carry, we would do sum digit divided by 2, okay? By the way, this answer has to be a string. Remember that? Because our final output has to be a string. I'll run through an example using this code in case you're still confused after we're done here. So we're going to add our carry, and we have to decrement our pointers, right? Decrement our pointers. Okay. Now when we exit this while loop, it's possible we have a carry left over, right? In that case, we would want to append a 1 to our answer, okay? And then, we're working backwards, right? Our pointer's at the end of A and B, and we're adding and appending that way. So our answer right now is backwards, so we don't want to return answer, because, for example, if we return answer, we would return 0, 0, 1. So what we need to do is we need to reverse this by doing : ::, -1. Okay? Concatenate string, not an integer. All right, right. 1 is an integer, but our answer has to be a string. So we don't want to add 1. We want to add the character 1, not the actual integer 1, to our answer variable. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna run through an example in case you're still lost, because I'm not sure if I explained this well. So we'll go through both examples, okay? Okay, right now our pointer A is so what's the length of A? It's 2, right? So 2 minus 1 is 1. Our pointer B is 1, length of 1, so 0. Because, right, length of B is 1, 1 minus 1, right, up here. So we'd get 0. Okay. Now, is pointer A or pointer B greater than 0? Yes. So we enter digit A. Is pointer A greater than or equal to 0? Yes. So let's do this. The string A at the index 1 would be 1. Okay. So digit A right now. So digit A right now is 1. Now we have to do digit B. Is pointer B greater than or equal to 0? Yes. So the string B at index pointer B would be what? Pointer B is in 0. So B at 0 is just 1. Okay. Now we sum the digit. Digit A and digit B, 1 plus 1 is 2. Right? And again, our carry is 0 initially, right? So some digit is 2. The Now we have to append to our string. So some digit is 2. When we do 1 plus 1, that's obviously 0 with a carry, right? So we want to add 0 to our string. That's why we modify 2. Because again, we're returning a binary, so we don't want to append 2 to the output string. That would make no sense. That's why we have to modify 2. So we get 0. Right? This is our answer right now. I just wrap it around quotation so you know that it's obviously a string, a binary string. Okay, so carry. Some digit right now is what? It's 2, right? So 2 divided by 2 and take the floor, that's 1. That makes sense, right? Because when we do 1 plus 1, we want to add 0 to our output, but we also want to add 1 to the carry. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, right? Our carry now has 1 in it, which makes sense. So decrement our pointers, so this goes to 0. Sorry, this, I don't remember when I changed this. This should be 0, right? I must have accidentally switched it, my bad. But this initially is 0, right? The length of B right now is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So decrement the thing, the pointer, that should be -1, and this should be, so it's 2, 2 minus 1, 1. So it should be 0 right now. Okay. Now pointer B is not greater than or equal to 0, but pointer A is, okay? So we're going to enter the while loop. Now pointer, the string A at pointer A right now is what? It's 0, so A at 0 should be 1. Okay, so that should be 1. B, the pointer is not greater than or equal to 0, so we're just gonna use, we're gonna add 0 to B. We're gonna change B to 0. Digit B to 0. We're gonna set digit B to 0. Okay, now some digit. A plus B plus carry. Okay. A is 1, B is 0. However, carry is 1 right now, so it's 1 plus 0 plus 1, which is 2. Some digit is 2. We want to mod it by 2. So our answer should be, what's 2 mod 2? That's 0. So our answer should append a 1 somewhere. Okay, append a 1. Or not a 1, sorry. Append a 0. Because 2 mod 2 is 0. So append 2 to the answer. Now our carry. Our carry is our sum digit divided by 2. Our sum digit is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, right? So our carry is we're just going to leave our carry as 1. Right? Because let's go through this. So we're on like the quote unquote second iteration, right? First iteration we added 0 and we carried we added 0 and we put a 1 and we carried a 1 over, right? So 1 plus 1 plus 0, which is what we're showing down here, right, in our code, which makes sense, right? So 1 plus 1 plus 0, we did the mod 2 thing and we added 0 to our answer. Okay, makes sense. Our carry stays 1, which also makes sense, right? Because we're doing 1 plus we're taking A and adding 1 to it because of the carry. So we're gonna still have I have to add another carry, right? Which makes sense. Okay. So our carry is going to be 1 still. Now we're going to decrement the pointer of A and B. Okay, pointer of A goes to -1, pointer B goes to -2. Okay, now we exit this while loop, right? Pointer A is greater than or equal to 0, pointer B greater than or equal to 0. No, none of those are true, so we exit the while loop. Our carry is still greater than 0 though, right? So we're going to add a 1 to our answer. Ooh. Okay. You see how this answer is backwards though, right? Because we're setting the pointers at the end of these strings and we're working our way backwards. So when we're constructing our output answer, we're going to construct it backwards, right? 0, 0, 1. So that's why we have to return the reverse of whatever answer is, and that'll give us the right answer. Okay? I think I explained that pretty well. I don't want to go over the second example just because otherwise this video might be too long, but I think I explained this pretty decently, especially going through the answers. But of course, if you're confused or anything like that, you can leave a comment and I'll get back to you. But I went through this as slowly as I could, so hopefully you're not lost. Hopefully this code makes sense, especially since I use the examples. But yeah, hopefully this helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.